Right, welcome back to Blickling. No head track, and this time it's either a mod and there's conflicting with, or it's broken. So we'll order another set, and we'll see how we get on with that. We're just going to do some quite standard jobs today, and I have got rid of all of I think could be dodgy mods. Not that the Maru stuff is dodgy, but as you know, I won't use uploaded crap at any price, and all that stuff is on there. So I have been, and I will admit it, looking elsewhere, find it from other places, because a lot of that is not officially sanctioned by Maru. So oh, those sheep are being mangled. So I've got rid of that, and I'll put in GTX's IR tanks, which work very similar to the Maru ones. I don't know if we have got it. So I hope now we have got rid of all what I consider dodgy stuff. Now there's another one of the maps where when seasons change from 6 to 3 days feed, I'd have filled up the sheep. So we're getting a little heap of grass just down here, but we don't worry too much about that. Better Film mod has gone completely, and I'm not even going to attempt it, even if they update it again. There is a limit to how much one can take of that. So we'll just walk straight past it, will you? Black sheep. No, I don't know. Oh, I shut that, but it should all be out the area now. We hope. Alright, what we're going to do today is what I said I'd do last time. I wasn't going to do what I said. We are going to go and buy some cattle. We're going to max out our loan and go and get some cattle. Oh, this is the finished bit over here. Right. It looks like the CSZ forks actually interferes with the bile or the wool, so can't put those too close to this, and this is the one I've got over the mix feeder. This is the same shed, but it's been shrunk down in GE, and I think it fits quite nicely. Actually looks better than the other one, and that's mainly so I can say, look, we've not got any snow on here, so the bales will keep. Not that it affects them anyway, but it does affect that other stuff. We've got 2 lots of bales to go, more bales at the moment. We won't until we've got a full lot. We've got plenty of hay in here, and I'm going to teleport back. I think we're alright on everything else over here. Not that we can do anything about the water, because the water tank's down the other end, but we'll have a quick look at that and you'd see what I'm using now. Yeah, that's alright. I will just clean the cattle up quickly, but we don't have to do anything else. Right, we're going to teleport. There we are. Just come out here so we can see what we've got. We'll be clean that. Now we'll wait until we've got all the cattle in. We're going to get transporters there, good. But we'll just have a quick look at the water. Can't almost remember where I put it. It's only yesterday. Oh, here we are. It's an IR, so it detaches from the trailer on its own legs, and you can drive away. So it works very similar to the Maru stuff. Looks good. Has a level at the back there, a level pipe rather than a gauge. This is by GTX. Last I heard, although Andy was thinking about packing up completely, he is going to pack up doing new mods at the moment. But he's going to continue to support the mods which are already out there, and he's got and improve some of them, but he's not going to do any more new mods. He's just, and I can't say I blame him, he's just had enough. Every time he does one, someone seems to pinch his idea. And the final straw, as you probably heard, was if you've got the AR pack and you've got version 1.2, be aware it's not Andy's pack. And if you go to ourselves at PCSG and ask for help with it, or to Andy's own GTX modding site, you won't get help. You'll be told to download an official version, not a bootleg version. There was a reason he had done what he did with that version. I think if I remember right, the reason he'd done it as he did rather than using the standard there. Hold on, just want to check, is that note down? The lift, yes it is, so we lift it. They changed the attachment very slightly from the Giant's version to another one, but because it's more stable with his particular attachment than the Giant's one. So we've done it for the right reasons, and someone decides they're going to change it to the official. Possibly if they hadn't then put it down, and not just put it under Andy's name, but also said we at PCSG had tested it. We have not tested 1.2, version 1.2. So again, be aware, if you've got that version and you get any problems, you're on your own. Harsh as it may sound, it's, as far as I know now, it's been taken down from all the sites that had it. Because there's version 1, version 1.1, I think the version 1.11, which was a hotfix for multiplayer. Is this the right one? Yeah, I think so. We'll soon find out. Well, I haven't gone to the bank yet. I'll have to just do that in a moment. Oh, and I'd like to just give a cheer to old mate Disco, who's not feeling it at the moment with making videos. Which I know the feeling, I've gone through it. I think we all have at some stage. You make videos for fun rather than for money. I'm just going to hop out and just go to the bank, or just fill the bank up. Or I always forget which it is now. It's on the escape menu. Just excuse me, I discovered that head tracking wasn't working last night. I've been playing with it for the last hour, and ordered one, then tried it without any mods in whatsoever. Oh, I don't want to repair or borrow. Only to find out it looks like it's actually a problem with a conflict. I think we might just stop there. I think we take about 200,000. That's the loan we've got. Go back, and then we just should just lower that down. Yeah, so the reason I got rid of the Maru stuff is not because it's stuff, but because where I'd got it from, one of those sites which we rather not use. So I'm not using. No, click the right one. Rather not use crap uploader.net. It's a promise I made myself with 17 came out, and I used once for this, and that was to get the original Maru tanker set. Since then I have not used it, and I refuse to use it. It may be a case of cut my nose off to spite my face, but it's funny, if you look around and ask modders, you can quite often find something which does the job, which does not involve uploader dot crap. I have several names for them, I'm not going to get the full name out. Whoa, let's hope we can get over in time. Just. Sometimes I wonder I might be better off taking the traffic off, but hell, it's part of the fun. I think I've got one map left to get rid of the Maru Universal pack, and thought we'd come up to the turn, but we're a little way away. One's left Ramad, and I'm just going to put as I only need it for water, I'm just going to put a standard water in-game water tank in for that. Nothing wrong with the in-game stuff. Oh, great. I'm not sure we got this on realistic or simple. Let's have a look. Not as simple. I was hoping it was simpler, I'd actually drop down the gears better, but can't have everything. Right, so we can back it in there. It's only one thing not having head track, and the lot's harder to drive. It should be slightly easier to back it where I want it to go, because I'm actually looking at it. Well, you can't really see where the gate is. I think we're in. Don't think we have to go too far in to get it. No, we don't. Alright, let's unload, confirm. We'll go back and get another load. It's not going to be a very exciting time again, I'm afraid, but we have lifted that, and we. Yeah. But as I think Dirty Tractor Doctor posted one of the other ones which was a bit slow. It's relaxing. No, it's Andy, that's right, it's Andy who posted that. It's relaxing. Andy, who is GTX Modding, by the way. Oh, I'm just going to introduce another modder who I'm getting to know now. He's just joined PCSG, and that's Slow Tide. He makes all the slow mods, the ones with, you know, slow bee, slow milks, slow haul, and I can't think of all of them, but he's got quite a bit of slow fertilizer, and they're all slightly different. It's not the run-of-the-mill, you know, this is a John Deere, bow down and pray to it. His stuff are actually completely different to the run-of-the-mill. The slow bee, I think, is excellent. I enjoyed playing with that. They're production runs, really, but it's also now this slow haul, and he has got, it's quite a big one, the slow haul he's got, and that's one you can actually configure it how you want it, and not just configure it using, you know, your normal you know, buy a different one for each thing. You can actually configure the one you're buying. Half walls, walls with small doors, walls with large doors, walls with no doors, and it's all configurable. Comes in two colours, red or green, and he's working at the moment to try and get the texture even better, and I think it's excellent anyway. Oh, better lift that up. Now away we go again. Oh, really, if the beacon's on, carting this about. No, we're not going to make it this time. Now, have we got further enough around it to actually miss that or not? I don't think we have. I don't think we're going to. No, we're not. This is where I do miss head tracking, because I just turn my head a bit and see where that wheel was, but still we can't have everything. No head tracking, at least it's something else I ain't got to worry about or think about. Yeah, so anybody who's looking for a disco video, I think at the moment, until he gets his mojo back, he's only going to make them on Mondays. He says he spends most of the time there watching other people's videos and watching television. And it shows how bad it is if he's watching television. And just my personal opinion, I haven't watched television properly for years. Well, probably since the 1990s was the last time I really watched television. And that was not a lot. It was the 80s I started to ease off on it. Anyway, Pat's doing right at the moment, if anybody's interested in what she's up to. The last field to seed, field 10. And I thought I'd spend the time getting some more cattle, and we want around 100. I know it's going to take a long time with this setup, but it got a long time. Someone said, well, you do have a lot of time to, not to waste, but to do other jobs when you're using Seasons Mod. Yes, it's true, but I enjoy it. I enjoy this, just doing little jobs. I didn't even drop at that time. Oops, my bad. Sorry, because you had a hell of a step to get down. How many we got now? 36. We're 42. We'll take up we'll do 2 more runs. Give another 12. We want to actually make money on this. You want plenty. I can't see. Well, I'm sorry. Nothing coming the other way. I'm quite pleased. Apart from brushing a wall or two, I haven't really hit anything yet. Time for that to happen. That's the next one. Put the turn signal on. Oh, I've been playing around with Andy's AR stuff and his trucks. I think it's a Volvo pack. It's even got adjustable in-cab mirrors. It's brilliant the way they work. I think I'm using those on Norfolk. I can't remember which truck I'm actually using. And then I'm using the MAN or the Volvo. But it's so well done. The whole thing, as you'd expect from a GTX mod, which is why people want to pinch them. Because they are so well made. Oh, hold on, sell. I don't want to. Okay, I've done this before. The last thing I want here is pigs on the farm. And I didn't lower the trailer again. Oh dear. What a bad farmer I am. So what else has been going on in the world of farming sim? Don't like this having to drive one-handed. One hand on the wheel and one hand on the mouse. That's not the easiest way to drive. Just having a drink and going down a tree. Ooh. Good OldBor certainly made it interesting driving on these roads. Not only are they very bumpy, deliberately so, but also the traffic does tend to come towards you a bit. As I found in real life. Oh, good news is I just got the bike for the MOT. Always nice to get that out the way. For those who don't know, it's a yearly test once the vehicle's 3 years old. And it has to go through the probe. It's roadworthy at the time you put it in for the test. And mine's passed again. Mine isn't that old, like. Let's see if we remember to do this right. Lower it. Drop them off. Oh, we're already down to 99,000. Yeah, we don't think that's updated because I thought we had 42 before. Oh. I won't take it around 50 anyway, so I better we do runs until we get to around 50. Can't remember this thing's got a steering axle on. Little things that should really check. Know how tight and tight, but the collisions are quite nasty on some of these gateways. And I gave you enough laughs already just recently. My inept driving. I don't want to give you too many more laughs. Because I know it's why people watch these videos to see how big a mess I can make of doing anything. I think at least not having a head track will please Johnny. It's just put the brake on. Drop that down, and there we go again. Remember to highlight the cow. 60. No, it's got to be another load yet, and it looks like it was right at 42. The reasonably blonde, best part of that 100 whatever it was grand we got took from the bank. Well, we want good crops this year. We have to go wide here because that post is a killer. On the inside, I've collected the trailer, all the tractors several times on that in the past. Not all of it on screen, so you don't see all the crashes. But they happen when I hit record and start to burble on, you see them. Whoa. I don't think some of these drivers like me. Excuse me. Could always drive in there and turn around. Seems more realistic just to stick the rear end just into the field. Oh, I think for the first time we're not going to go straight back. We start turning the wrong way. I have to guess where it is actually because I can't see any markers. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Confirm, yes. Yes, we need to do one more load. So I want to get 50 in there. And I think one more load will be just about an episode. So we try and get a picture of sometime during this run. We'll probably just after I hit something. Oh, well, so I'm loading, I think. It don't matter what this. Well, you don't see the cattle on there like you used to with the. It's like the old OEB animal transporter. And I would say that OldBor's got the amount of traffic on this road just about right. There's nothing worse than having to sit there and still can't get out. Or not having hardly any traffic, and it's not really worthwhile having traffic on. There's enough here to make it interesting. They quite often come in blocks, which is quite how I find it around here. Alright, this is the last load, and that should just about leave us about 30 odd pounds, about where we started, with cash in hand. But not a lot left now to buy anything else, so I've got hope we've got everything we want. Right on. Turn and check with that we have cows highlight. And we got another 32,000 left. Yuck. Lift. Brakes off and away we go for the last run. Ah, there you've been waiting for that. I had it when I couldn't get past it, but I didn't really run into it, just scraped it a bit. The standard JCB doesn't have the best steering lock in the world, so I know that Disco is modded his just 4-wheel steer, and it can turn on a sixpence. Going for all the older furs, and those are not. It was an old British coin, small and silver. It was very small and silver. In the pre-decimal days, which I don't miss one bit. Trying to remember, was it 12 pennies to the shilling, 20 shillings to the pound, and because we complicated matters even more by having guineas, which was 21 shillings. Do miss some of the coins, but not the way to try and work things out. Like in smaller distance I prefer meters, because it's slightly simpler than if you want to work something out in a hurry. But as far as my brain still tends to think in feet. Get it back in and I'll want to take everything down. Right, put the brake on. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. No, need to go another one yet. I think we're going the wrong way. I said we'll go this way. That's the one we want. We'll get there eventually, right? We'll stay in cab. Now, are we further back? We are. You won't see them unload, which is always a pity, I feel, but that will do. Got our screenshots. We come back in cab and get everything back again. Oh, she's getting through the rye. I wonder how she's doing over there. Shall we go and find out? So it's now 54, which will mean we will have to put some more food and water in, I would have thought, but we'll do that next time. I know I haven't lifted it, I just remembered after I came here. We will lift it. No, we did lift it. My bad. One day I'll actually know what I'm doing. Right, I want to say thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please consider leaving a like, and we'll just go and drive around and see how Pat's doing. If you're not a subscriber, and for some reason you were forced to watch this, well, how about subscribing? Then you won't be forced to watch it, you can just watch it if you want to. No one holds a gun to your head. Well, don't even have a gun. Pull into the side here. Let's put the hazard warnings on. Yeah, they're working. See if oh, good jobs. We may have to refill her. On this one I decided I wasn't going to cultivate at first, just go straight in with the direct drill. Oh yeah, local ones, we've got a female in the cab. It's one thing I hate about naming them now, you never know if you could have a male or female in the cab. Or someone who just isn't certain. Oh, you're so far to get. Yes, any questions, queries, information, general chat, feel free to post it in the comments bit, and please all join PCSG's campaign to try and get rid of some of the scumbags out of the game who pinch other people's hard work. Oh, and one final thought. The mod contest entries for that finish on the 5th of June, so it should be somewhere around that time that seasons become available for you all. And you too can play around with seasons, although I think they are talking about calming it down a bit again, because they got a little bit too cold overall in the game. Snow comes far too readily. Yes, and with that I'm going to say cheerio for now. Cheerio.